and I'm gonna just keep it real. I think as a collective, the black women in the United States are trash. When you compare it to all the other cultures of black women, they are the worst group to deal with. And the only way you can see that is if you explore. So I say this: if you're not satisfied, just try something different. And if you don't like it, you can come back. But I'm telling you, a lot of brothers, when they go overseas, when they go to different countries and they experience it, they do not come back.
They don't come back.
They start to galvanize. They start to come up with ideas. Well, how does an online business really work? How does drop shipping work? You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait a minute. Like,
what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron back with another video. Before we get started, make sure you please like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. On the road to 1,000 subs, baby. Let's get it. Alright, so if you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Now, let's go ahead and jump into it. So today I'm going to be reacting to what seemed like a huge panel discussion that was started by Courtney Michelle. As you know, I support all the women that I can find that are in this space. And what was interesting was, well, first of all, let me say I feel like I've been living under a rock because I had no idea what SYSBM was. I didn't know that was a thing. It's like I'm having a hard time keeping up with all these spaces and groups and acronyms, man, because I still need to dig into what the black pill is exactly. So yeah, so come to find out, for y'all that don't know, SYSBM means Save Yourself Black Man. And I'm guessing this is supposed to be like some kind of movement for people that, you know, that are looking to go overseas as another option, which is pretty much what I'm looking into, and you know, a lot of you guys, a lot of my subs as well. But just so we're clear, I do not consider myself SYSBM. Let me say that again. I am not SYSBM. If you're one of my subs and you're part of that, I don't want you to think or feel like I'm discrediting you or I'm trying to separate myself from you, because I really don't know much about this movement or whatever the case may be. As far as I know, it seems to align with black men exercising their options outside of the country. If that's what it is about, then I'm all for it, as long as it ain't like, you know, as long as it don't involve like bashing any black women. I mean, I'm all about holding women accountable, but I'm not really with all the bashing. But let me quit running my mouth too much, because I already feel like I'm talking too much. Well, let's go ahead and get into this.
Skylar, I want to get you up here, and then also to comment on this. SYSBM is a emotional movement.
you want me to answer that question?
I'm scared. I don't know what I'm just saying. I know this is. Go ahead.
First things I want to do is I want to shout out to chat. Thank you, Courtney, for bringing me on. We need to talk. Shout out to BGS, Doom to Thailand. I guess I don't know you other guys, but you know I appreciate having this conversation.
No problem.
So first of all, I'll just say this: I have never used the word SYSBM on my page, because I've been living overseas since 2010, before this whole SYSBM movement came up. What I'm seeing a lot on social media is guys coming up with these different terms: SYSBM, divesting, geo-maxing, you know, all these different things. But when you break everything down, very, very simple.
Hold on, before you get into that, I want you guys to read this super chat. SYSBM is a symptom, a consequence. Call it what you will, the end result is black men creating families with non-black women. All right, so if any of you guys are SYSBM, can y'all please confirm whether that's true or not? Like I said, I'm new to this. I don't know. I'm not familiar with SYSBM. I didn't really hear of it till I wanted to react to this, and that's kind of what drew my attention to it, because I was like, what's that? Because it's an acronym that I've seen before, but I didn't know that it was related to this space. So interesting. Then it says, how do you convince black men that are being treated well by non-black women to deal with black women? I'll let y'all figure that out in the comments, because if I gotta choose, I think we're at the point of no return. Let's keep it moving.
I try to look at things from an economic standpoint. Economics, it's very basic, right? What I'm seeing from black women specifically as a collective is they are not competitive.
Nope.
Right? So black women do not compete for black men. And no one on this panel, no one in the chat can say otherwise.
Nope.
Right? When you go to these different cultures of even black people in South America, Africa, all these different places, the women will compete for their man.
Yep.
All right? So men, especially black men, do not understand how valuable they are. Right? They're stuck in a fishbowl in the United States, and they believe that that's the best they can do. Mm-hmm. Right? We hear stories about these guys going through all these hoops just to get approval from a black woman. And I think,
and these women don't even be top notch. Like, these are your everyday, average looking, I see you in a grocery store type of women. Like, women you wouldn't women that would typically not even be your first choice. But I constantly hear, and shout out the master teacher, bro, Skylar. I'm actually in his financial group on Facebook, because just seeing what those guys are doing, and they showing receipts, bro. When I tell you, man, like, bro, they ain't playing, man. Like, if you want any more motivation to get up out the matrix, bro, join Skylar's financial group on Facebook. That's all you need, bro. Jay Fleming, vibing with Fred, like, man, and a few other cats, bro. They on there. And shout out to my homie Antonio, man, aka B, man. I see you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because he in there too, bro, and he been a long time subscriber. He been rocking with me since I first started this channel. All right, but let's keep it moving.
I think that's ridiculous, right? I'm in the gym every day, or I would say 5 times a week. I hardly ever see black women in the gym.
And I want to stop this again. I'm sorry, I got to keep stopping, because you got to think. Skylar is currently staying in, I want to say, like the UK, England, something like that. But even here in the US, let me tell y'all something. I literally just came from the gym. You know what I mean? And just to give y'all a little idea how a typical day for me is, you know what I mean? I'm working a 10-hour shift, and then I'm spending probably about an hour, anywhere between an hour and a half at the gym, and then I'm coming straight home, and then I'm recording for you guys. So trust me, man, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't got a lot of free time, bro. So when I tell people I'm on the grind, like, I really am on the grind. I'm really doing this. I'm not just out here talking and just, you know what I mean, just doing this for the sake of doing this. Like, I'm really out here trying to put in the work. So even here, bro, like, I just came from the gym, bro. The number of black women that I saw in the gym, I can count on one hand. And let me tell you, I didn't find any of them attractive. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I probably found one attractive, but that was only because she looked like she was mixed. Like, you could tell she was mixed because she had like long wavy hair, but she looked black. I don't know. She probably wasn't black. You never know. But yeah, it's probably maybe three. It was probably like 3 or 4 black women in that whole entire gym. And I'm in Planet Fitness, so that's a very commercial gym. You see all types of races in there, but it was mostly white, and to some degree, there was more Latinas in there than there were black people. Just to give you some perspective, man. It's that bad, bro. Let's keep it moving.
They don't work out. They're too worried about their weave. You know what I'm saying? Then actually getting in the gym and being healthy, and that's a problem.
Oh my God, bro.
So I say this to all the brothers. Listen, there's more black women in the world than in the United States. Going to Brazil, going to Colombia, going to Africa, going to Paris, coming to England. I would say you will be better off mingling, exploring your options than dealing with. And I'm gonna just keep it real. I think as a collective, the black women in the United States are trash. When you compare it to all the other cultures of black women, they are the worst group to deal with. And the only way you can see that is if you explore. So I say this: if you're not satisfied, just try something different. And if you don't like it, you can come back. But I'm telling you, a lot of brothers, when they go overseas, when they go to these different countries and they experience it, they do not come back.
They don't come back.
They start to galvanize. They start to come up with ideas. Well, how does an online business really work? How does drop shipping work? You know what I'm saying? Oh, wait a minute. Like,
hey, I'm like, is that not what we doing on my channel, bro? Like every time I do a reaction that involves women overseas traveling and things of that nature, like even the videos that don't correlate with that, man, it's constant. You know, like guys are over here telling me how they starting their businesses, how they saving their money, like galvanizing, bro. Like guys are really trying to figure out how in the hell do we get out the matrix and get to these other countries where we can get treated right? Because why should I have to jump through hoops to deal with a woman in the States that's probably not even fit, probably got more than one baby daddy, multiple kids, and even if she is a woman that's fit with no kids, she gonna have her nose up simply because she's attractive with no kids. And now I got to deal with your attitude. But I can go overseas and get treated like a king, and that woman is gonna be 3 times better than you and twice as nice. That's a pretty easy decision to me. So it's really no surprise that more and more black men are going overseas. And Skylar is living proof of that, man. I'm like, I've been subbed the Master Teacher channel for a while now. Let's keep it moving.
How can I make this happen, right? And that's what my group is about. That's what Think Smart Financials is about. How do we come together financially to come up with a solution to go to a different place?
And can I add on to that real quick before you continue? Real quick, let me just add this one component that you didn't touch on. The cost of living,
man,
right?
Oh, yeah.
And the peace of mind. The peace of mind when you leave the country. I was in Peru 2 years ago. Let me tell you, I didn't want to leave. The peace of mind, the cost of living is enough to change your heart completely. And of course, the quality of life, you can't beat it. You absolutely can't beat the quality of life when you leave this country. I was in Japan, didn't want to leave. Was in South America, didn't want to leave. You're treated better, you're respected, you're loved, you're appreciated, and people value you for your hard work. And that's just throughout the entire dynamic of the situation. You come back to America, and you feel like you're prepared to self-delete, right?
Man, it looks totally different when you come back.
Speaking of Japan, I was dating this Japanese girl about 10 years ago, and this is something that I will never forget. She would come over to my spot, right, and she would always wear this Bath and Body Works lotion. That I didn't like it. I didn't like it because every time she left, my pillows and my sheets would smell like it. I told her one day, straight up, I was like, do not wear this shit no more. She didn't get mad. She didn't get angry. I never smelled that shit again.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It was a very, very quick and decisive me telling her I did not like it, and she fixed it. Try telling a black woman that, and see what happens. You're probably gonna get the finger snapping, the gum chewing, getting cursed out.
She might stab you too. She might stab you.
Well, I'm not gonna go that far.
Who said that?
But the thing is, it's like you can't tell them anything because a lot of times they think they're always in the right.
Bro, and there you go. There you go. Now I would say that's Western women in general, but yeah, if you speaking on black women, oh yeah, they're never wrong. Whew, man, dude. Skylar just dropped some bombs on him. He just cooked them. Yo, Skylar, you cooked, bro. But yeah, man. Oh my God. And let me just say, I enjoy watching the receipts, man, in his group, man, on Facebook, man. It's so motivational, bro. And like homie said right here, man, what's his name? Real Nathan Daly. Dude, the peace of mind, cost of living, just from what I'm hearing, people I engage with in the comments, from what I'm hearing from even Zoom to Thailand, Skylar, all these guys, they're all reporting the same thing, bro. You know what I mean? It's way more peaceful. The cost of living is a lot cheaper. The women are just more appreciative of you. And I think a big part of the reason why is because, like I say all the time, the women over here are entitled and coddled. Man, I think when it comes to women in the West, the juice just isn't worth the squeeze anymore. And now you got guys like Skylar said, trying to galvanize and figure out a way to permanently get away from the U.S., which is sad to see because you see so many foreigners fighting tooth and nail, willing to risk their lives to get to our country just for the sake of making $1. But yet we're one of the most saddest countries. We're one of the least happiest countries in the world. You know what? Let me go to one of these other countries that are a lot happier and the cost of living is a lot cheaper, and I'm gonna get treated better. It's a pretty easy trade-off if you ask me. So I don't know. I like to know what y'all think in the comments about this. Are you SYSBM? If y'all know what it is, can y'all further explain to me what it is so I can have a little bit more insight and intel on what it is? If you guys have anybody else that have any more intel on your experiences overseas, you know I love hearing those stories. Alright, so let me know your thoughts on this. Alright, OGs, I appreciate the love and support. You know what I mean? If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. Make sure y'all hitting that like button so I can reach a broader audience, and hit the notification bell so that way y'all know when I'm uploading. And until the next video, y'all, deuces.